Dear students, welcome to day 4. I'm Miss Lisa and today we are going to learn English grammar. In the last video, we discussed about different kinds of noun and compound nouns. In this video, we are going to learn about pronouns. I hope you all are excited for the class. Let's begin the video. You have already studied pronoun in class 5. Here in this video, you will learn about pronouns in more detail. Let's recall what is a pronoun. Pronoun is a word used in place of a noun. It helps us to refer to the noun and avoid repeating it. You all know what is a noun. We did that in the last class. Noun is the name of a person, place, animal, or a thing. We can use pronoun instead of a noun. To avoid repetition, we can use a pronoun. Let's look at an example and understand pronouns. Smita is 12 years old. Smita has a younger sister. Now, this sentence is talking about a girl whose name is Smita and she is 12 years old. The second sentence says, Smita has a younger sister. So, in both first and the second sentence, we are using Smita. In the first sentence, we are using the noun Smita, and in the second sentence also, we are using the noun Smita. So, Smita is a noun because it is a name of a person. Smita is a girl, so it is a name of a person. That is why Smita is a noun. Now, instead of using the noun in the second sentence, instead of using Smita in the second sentence, we can rewrite the same sentence using a pronoun. Smita is 12 years old. She has a younger sister. So instead of using Smita, the noun in the second sentence, we can replace it with a pronoun that is she. So Smita is a girl, that is why we use she. So she is a pronoun. So we don't have to repeat the noun Smita again and again. That is what we read in the definition, right? So to avoid repetition, so to avoid writing the noun Smita again and again, we can write she instead of Smita. Let's look at another example. Rahul studies in class 5. Rahul is very intelligent. Can you rewrite this sentence using a pronoun? Rahul studies in class 5. He is very intelligent. So instead of using the noun Rahul, we use the pronoun he in the second sentence. So Rahul is a boy, so we use he instead of Rahul. So we use a pronoun in the place of a noun. It avoids repetition of a noun again and again. I hope this is clear. Let's move on to the next topic, kinds of pronoun. The first kind of pronoun is personal pronouns. Personal pronouns refer to a person, thing, or group. It includes I, you, we, he, she, they, it, me, us, them, etc. Let's look at the examples to understand it better. The pronouns are highlighted in red color. Let's look at the first example. I gave her a book. I here refers to a personal pronoun, and her also refers to a person. So both I and her, they are talking about or they are referring to a person. So instead of using their name, we use the pronoun I and her. So I gave her a book. So it is referring to a person. Let's look at the second example. He told you to come. Here you and he are pronouns because they are referring to a person. They invited us to the party. So they and us, it refers to a group. We are not just talking about one person, but more than one. So they and us, it refers or it points out to a group. So they invited us to the party. So us can be more than one person, right? It can be three people, it can be four people. So they and us, it refers to a group. Let's look at the next kind of pronoun, which is possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns shows that someone owns something. It includes mine, yours, his, its, ours, theirs, etc. Let's look at the example. This bag is mine. So mine here is a possessive pronoun. So mine shows that I am the owner of this bag. So it shows ownership. It shows that the bag belongs to me. Those shoes are his. For example, there is a pair of shoes and it belongs to Raj. So instead of writing those shoes are Raj's, we can write those shoes are his. So his shows that the shoes belong to Raj. The cat is yours. So it shows that the cat belongs to someone. It shows ownership of something. Let's look at the next kind of pronoun, demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns points out things and also stands for the things that is pointed out. It includes this, that, these, those, etc. Example, if you look at the picture, that is an apple. So there is an apple in the picture and the person is saying that is an apple. So he is pointing out at the apple and the person is saying that is an apple, or those are his apples. These are apples. So all these words are used to point out things. So when we point out something, we use a demonstrative pronoun. Example, that is Heidi. So there is a girl whose name is Heidi. So if we are pointing out at her, so we would say that is Heidi. Those are his pens. This is my car. So we are pointing out at the things. Or demonstrative pronoun stands for the things that is pointed out. So it's very simple. You just have to remember we are pointing out at something and we use demonstrative pronouns for that. Let's look at the next kind of noun, reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns refer back to the subject of the sentence. It includes myself, himself, themselves, itself, ourselves, etc. For example, Roshan fell from the swing and hurt himself. Now look at the first point. Reflexive pronoun refers back to the subject of the sentence. Which is the subject in the first sentence? Right, Roshan is the subject. So now read the example. Roshan fell from the swing and hurt himself. So who is himself here? Roshan. So the reflexive pronoun, it refers back to the subject of the sentence. So himself is referring back to the subject, that is Roshan. Let us give ourselves more time. Here, ourselves is referring back to the subject. Which is the subject in the second sentence? Us. So, in the second example, us is the subject. So, ourselves is referring back to us only. So, reflexive pronouns, it refers back to the subject. So himself, themselves, ourselves, all these are reflexive pronouns. Let's look at the next kind of pronoun, which is emphasizing pronouns. Emphasizing pronouns emphasizes a noun or a pronoun in the sentence. It includes myself, yourself, himself, itself, yourselves, etc. Let's look at the example. Did you paint this yourself? Here, you is the pronoun and yourself is the emphasizing pronoun. So, did you paint this yourself? So, the emphasizing pronoun yourself is stressing or emphasizing on the pronoun you, that is pronoun you. So, when you look at the example, you will understand that the emphasizing pronoun, it is stressing back on the subject of the sentence, or it is stressing back at the pronoun in the sentence. So, yourself here refers to the pronoun, that is you. So, it is stressing or emphasizing on the noun. I myself heard the noise. So, I myself. So, myself, the emphasizing pronoun, is stressing on the pronoun, that is I. So, it is talking about I only, about the subject itself. Let's look at the last kind of pronouns, that is indefinite pronoun. Indefinite pronouns refers to a person or thing in a manner that is not definite. It includes somebody, someone, something, anybody, nobody, no one, everyone, etc. What is the meaning of indefinite? Indefinite means something that is not fixed or something that is not clear. And definite means something that is fixed. We know exactly what it is. But indefinite means it is not clear. So if you look at the example, is there anyone in the room, or is there anybody in the room? So we are not clear when we read the sentence. It's not clear that who is in the room. So we are asking this question, is there anyone in the room? So it can be anyone. So it is not definite, it is not fixed. So that is an example of indefinite pronoun. Someone or somebody will be there in the house. So it can be anyone, right? It can be your mother or father in the house. So you're just saying that someone will be there in the house. So it would be any person. Tell me everything. So the person is asking the other person to tell him or her everything. So this everything includes, it can be anything. It can include anything. It is not fixed or it is not clear. What does this everything include? So it refers to a person or thing which is not definite, which is not fixed. Let's revise what we have done so far. First, we learn about pronouns. Pronoun is a word that we use in the place of a noun. It avoids repetition of noun again and again. For example, Ria is a beautiful girl. Ria is very talented. So instead of using the word or the noun Ria again and again, we can write Ria is a beautiful girl. She is very talented. Then we learn about different kinds of pronoun. The first one is personal pronoun. Personal pronoun refers to a person, thing, or a group. Example, she gave me a chocolate. Here, she and me are referring to a person. So it is a personal pronoun. If I say she gave us a chocolate, then she refers to a person and us refers to a group, because us includes more than one person. So she and us are personal pronouns. Second is possessive pronoun. It shows the ownership. It shows that someone owns something. For example, this car is mine. It shows that the car belongs to me. I am the owner of the car. The dog is yours. it shows that the dog belongs to you. You are the owner of the dog. Third is demonstrative pronouns. It points out at something. For example, this, that, those, etc. Those are my keys. So I am pointing out at the keys and I'm saying that those are my keys. So demonstrative pronoun points out at something. Next is reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronoun refers back to the subject of the sentence. So here you must remember about the subject of the sentence. So when I write, she hurt herself. So I'm referring back to the subject. That she is the subject here and herself is the reflexive pronoun. So herself, the reflexive pronoun, is referring back to the pronoun in the sentence, that is she. Next is emphasizing pronoun. Emphasizing pronoun emphasizes a noun or a pronoun. Did you make this yourself? So it is emphasizing on a pronoun. So in this sentence, you is the pronoun and yourself is the emphasizing pronoun. So here yourself is referring to you only. It is referring to, or it is stressing upon the pronoun you. Last one is indefinite pronoun. Indefinite means something which is not fixed. For example, somebody must be home. So this somebody can include anybody. It can be anyone who is there in the house. So someone, anyone, anybody, etc. are examples of indefinite pronoun. It is not fixed that who is there in the house. So it is not clear to us when we read the sentence. Now let's look at some questions. The first question is, identify the demonstrative pronouns in these sentences. Do you remember what is a demonstrative pronoun? Yes, it points out at something. First one, these are dirty windows. Which is the demonstrative pronoun here? Right, these are the demonstrative pronoun in the window. Because these is pointing out at the window that is dirty. That is my car. That is the demonstrative pronoun in the sentence. Look at the third one. This is not hers. This is the demonstrative pronoun here. Last one. Those are my shoes. Those is the demonstrative pronoun in this sentence. Because those shows or those points out at the shoes that are mine. Look at the next question. Complete the sentence with reflexive or emphasizing pronoun. The first question is, I hurt dash on a sharp rock. I hurt myself on a sharp rock. Here, myself is a reflexive pronoun because it is reflecting back on the subject, that is I. So, I hurt myself on a sharp rock. They mended the roof themselves. Here, themselves is an emphasizing pronoun because it is emphasizing or stressing upon the pronoun they. Now, you will have a confusion between reflexive and emphasizing pronoun because both of them seem to be similar, right? So, let's look at an example to understand the difference, and also it is an important point regarding it. A reflexive pronoun is an important part of a sentence. So if we remove, the sentence will not be complete. So let's look at the first example again. I hurt myself on a sharp rock. If I remove the reflexive pronoun myself from here, it will not make any sense, or the sentence will not be complete, right? So if I remove myself, the sentence will be I hurt on a sharp rock, which is not a complete sentence. So remember, reflexive pronoun is an important part of the sentence, and if we remove it, the sentence will not be complete. But if you look at the second example, they mend the roof themselves. If we remove the emphasizing pronoun themselves from the sentence will still make sense. They mend the roof. It is a complete sentence. The meaning is clear here, right? So even if we remove it, the sentence will make sense. You and your sister must solve the problem yourselves. My sister considers herself the most intelligent girl in the class. So if I remove herself, it won't make any sense, right? My sister considers the most intelligent girl in the class. That is not a complete sentence. So that is the major difference between reflexive and emphasizing pronoun. Hope that is clear. Let's move on to the next question. Fill in the following blanks with suitable indefinite pronouns. Have we got dash we need for the picnic? Have we got everything we need for the picnic? So everything is indefinite here. It is not fixed, right? It is not definite. It is not clear what all includes in the items that we need for the picnic. So we use everything here. Is dash home? Is anyone home? So it can be anyone, any person who would be there in the house. It's dash. I assure you I'm fine. It's nothing. I assure you I'm fine. Is dash ready? Is everyone ready? So if you're going to a party, you would come and ask, right? Is everyone ready? So this everyone can include anybody, right? So it is not definite. It is not clear who all are included in this everyone, right? So I'm giving you 2 questions for practice. The first one is write a sentence each for these possessive pronouns. I've done the first one for you. Mine. This book is mine. Possessive pronouns shows ownership, right? So this book is mine. You can write this dog is mine. So similarly for the other possessive pronouns like his, hers, theirs, etc., you have to make a sentence. Second question. Complete the sentence with suitable demonstrative or indefinite pronouns. Demonstrative points out at something, and indefinite is a pronoun where it is not fixed or it is not clear, right? So you have to fill in using demonstrative or indefinite pronouns. Thank you students for watching the video. I hope you all understood the lesson. Keep practicing, and if you have any doubt, note it down and we'll discuss it later. See you again tomorrow at the same time.